Hello, hello. Enjoying a cup of joe before I go in. For anybody who jumps on, if this is your first time, Music Monday, I just kind of get ready to teach during the day and answer some music questions if you got them. Mostly I just get a couple random questions. In fact, I don't know if I've had an actual Music Monday with anybody else besides myself. However, I'm very much looking forward to the point where it does happen. Cool. It's a fucking beautiful day today. See up in the distance the hills. Pretty cool. Thankful it's not raining. Aloha. How are you? Guess I don't know how to chat on this yet. Yeah, we'll chat later. Oh, there it is. Shoots. How do I type? Actually, I don't know how to type, so I'll just respond to what stream thus is this about? Music. So if you play an instrument, or you want to play an instrument, I'm here to answer questions. I live in Hilo, and I teach in Hilo. Long story short, I could help you get to a place where at least you're gonna have fun with music, not be so intimidated by it. And that commences the coffee. So I got my sax and my phone, sax and my phone, and this is the place at which I work. It's called Big Island Guitars. I rent a room in the back, and I teach Monday and Saturdays. So generally, whenever there is anything going on around town, I try and go out and leave my sax right there. Generally try and go out and make friends with people around town. And then this is the space in which I teach in. I share the room with a couple other teachers. So each time I come in, it's a little bit different, but what I like to do is I just take my gear, like a nice little green rug, and then I put out all my instruments. And I've got a certain particular way in which I teach, where I utilize vocal skills, playing the piano, and then being able to like kind of sound out the notes while you're playing through them. Do you play? Live chat? Shoots. Bass, guitar, and acoustic. Nice. What's your favorite band? That's such a pigeonhole. However, it is kind of interesting. It kind of defines what you like listening to. Or like, what are you listening to right now at the current moment, I guess. That's the best way to explain it. The Killers. Awesome. Okay. Do you, I guess you got some pedals and stuff you're playing through as well? Electric work? Nice trim, thanks. Hey Twix, I play those too. Hi Rad, how you doing? Well, groovy. So what I do every morning when I wake up is I play about 20-30 minutes. And when I come to work here, I just get the room ready, and because I'm kind of running late, I can talk about my morning warm-up and do my little quick warm-up there. So long story short is I do something called spider exercises. They're called a whole bunch of other things for a bunch of different things, but the era of playing when I grew up, there were these guys that played like heavy metal music, and they always had like this little thing that had springs on it. You would individually train your fingers to get a little stronger. The point was so your muscles in your fingers would be super strong, so when you're playing, you're not worn out by the time you're doing and it looks so cool, and you know, everybody wants to do that, to ascend, to be able to play that kind of stuff when you're younger, I guess. Right now it's 10 o'clock, 2 minutes to 10. Things are good. It's sunny today, and everybody seems happy this morning. Not a lot of crazy people, which is great. So what I do is when I come in here, set up myself for success. I push everything I don't use out. I tune myself up. And that thing I was talking about for spider exercises, so I practiced taking my first finger and then my first finger and playing the first fret without playing the metal fretting, nor the nut, and playing the middle and play just one note and get it to ring out. And then the next note with the next finger, and then the next finger on the next fret, so on and so forth. And what this turns into is when you keep your fingers close to the fretboard and skip individually and go up to the next consecutive and then keep going back around, you can do this mindlessly, and what happens is you develop motor memory skills to be able to go in minor seconds or half steps. The end result is you know exactly how far away a minor third is, you know exactly how far away a major third is. So when you're going through the practice of trying to hear these notes, what happens is the correlation between learning chords in different fingerings allows you to do different types of chord movements. So if you have a C down here and you have a C right here and a C right here and a C like this and a C, you could practically go from one point to the other the same way you could shred on a guitar on any instrument, and it's all just a function of moving up those chords that you already know how to play. Like if you know how to play ook, F major is just the F note, which is on the E string, and then the A note, which is on the high G string, giving us the F and A of a F, G, A, B, C, get rid of your two sussies, and you have F, A, C. That middle note is the C. In fact, that's middle C on a piano. So what happens is you get to a point where you start to hear these frequencies, and then all that mindless, boring scales that you did, like do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, if you do them in 7 notes, you find yourself having like your traditional scale. So why not hold that down here and do something like do, re, mi, la, la, and hear how that blends with your major chord. And what you're hearing is extensions, or actually harmonies. You're harmonizing whatever note you're playing in addition to that triad with another note. So if you play 1, 2, 3, and 5, you're actually hearing that sus. The 4, sus 4. The 6, it's a 6 chord. When you go up past that octave of 8 notes, you just add the dominant 7th, or the major 7th, depending, but mostly the dominant 7th, which in this case in C major would be B flat. So if you have your C major, C, E, and G, and your B flat, and then you add your D up top, you get this really beautiful kind of suspension over the top. You could even do it with the major if you want. And that even gives it kind of a lighter, airier tone to it. Anywho, tell you what, I gotta keep getting moving. If there's any more questions I could ask, have to be back. Bye-bye. If there's any more questions, I could wrap it up. Other than that, hope to see you next time. Boom, 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 boom. What's your name? Who's your daddy? See, Rich. Like me. All right, I gotta go for my first lesson. Aloha.